Hello, and thanks for joining me on Conversations with Alice. I am Alice Agada. Today, our conversation will be centered on betrayals and blackmails. Blackmail and betrayal can have intricate and interconnected relationships. Betrayal is the act of betraying someone you have a close relationship with or someone who has trusted you. On the other hand, blackmail is making threats to reveal undesirable or embarrassing information about someone if they don't agree to your request. Blackmail is fundamentally a manipulative strategy that preys on the susceptibility of the victim. This vulnerability may result from private knowledge, compromising details, or actions that the individual wants to conceal. In many instances, the blackmailer is someone who was trusted or had access to such sensitive information when the betrayal occurred. Betrayal can serve as the foundation for blackmail because the knowledge or disclosure of secrets, indiscretions, or wrongdoings can be used as leverage against the person being blackmailed. The blackmailer may exploit the fear and shame associated with the betrayal to exert control and force the victim into complying with their demands. In some instances, betrayal may precede blackmail, where the act of betrayal itself is the leverage used for manipulation. On the other hand, blackmail can also lead to feelings of betrayal. When someone is being blackmailed, they may feel a sense of betrayal by the person who is using their vulnerabilities against them. This feeling intensifies if the blackmailer has a prior relationship or close connection with the victim. The relationship between betrayal and blackmail, though distinct concepts, often become intertwined due to the nature of the information being used for manipulation and the personal connection between the parties involved. The betrayal sets the stage for blackmail, and the act of blackmail further deepens the sense of betrayal and violation of trust. It is important to note that both betrayal and blackmail are unethical and potentially illegal behaviors. Engaging in blackmail is considered a criminal act in many jurisdictions and can result in severe penalties. A person may choose to betray and blackmail another person for a variety of reasons. Here are a few examples. 1. Revenge. When someone wrongs or hurts them, they may seek retaliation by betraying and blackmailing them. This could be because of a personal vendetta, betrayal, or perceived injustice. 2. Financial gain. Money can be a strong motive for betrayal and blackmail. If someone is desperate for money or perceives a chance to profit from someone else's secrets or vulnerabilities, they may resort to blackmail. 3. Power and control. Some people use betrayal and blackmail to acquire power and control over others. They can control and persuade their targets by threatening to divulge embarrassing information or exploiting their victims' weaknesses. 4. Interest protection. A person may engage in betrayal and blackmail in order to safeguard their own interest, reputation, or status. They may believe that exposing or manipulating another person will help them in some way, such as preserving their own position or advantage. 5. Personal gain or advantage. In some circumstances, people will betray and blackmail others in order to obtain a competitive advantage in numerous parts of life, such as a personal relationship, business transactions, or career progress. The desire for success or advancement can motivate people. Betrayal and blackmail can occur in various types of relationships, and the dynamics can differ based on the nature of the relationship. Here is an explanation of betrayal and blackmail within friendships, romantic partnerships, and family relationships. 1. Betrayal and blackmail in friendships. Friendships are built on trust, support, and understanding. However, sometimes friends can engage in betrayals that can lead to blackmail. Betrayal in friendship can take various forms, such as spreading secrets, gossiping, backstabbing, or stealing from each other. These actions can be incredibly damaging and break the bond of trust between friends. Blackmail in friendships often occurs after a betrayal. The betrayer might use knowledge of embarrassing or damaging information they obtained during the betrayal as leverage to manipulate the other person. They may threaten to expose the information publicly, manipulate their friends' actions or emotions, or extract personal favors or resources in exchange for silence. 2. Betrayal and blackmail in romantic partnerships. Betrayal and blackmail within romantic relationships can be highly distressing as they involve deep emotional connections and vulnerabilities. Betrayals in romantic partnerships can include cheating, lying, emotional manipulation, or breaking promises. These actions can shatter the foundation of trust between partners. Blackmail in romantic relationships can occur when one partner exploits compromising information or evidence to control the other person. They may threaten to expose an affair, intimate images, or other personal secrets to coerce the other person into complying with their demands. This can lead to a toxic dynamic where the victim is trapped and emotionally or financially exploited. 3. Betrayal and blackmail in family relationships. Betrayal and blackmail within family relationships can be particularly painful due to the existing bond and expectation of unconditional love and support. Betrayals in family relationships can involve lying, stealing, betraying confidences, or engaging in abusive behavior. These actions can deeply fracture the trust and stability within the family unit. In family connections, blackmail usually occurs when one family member uses private knowledge or secrets to gain power or obtain benefits. This includes threatening to make people agree with their requests by revealing unpleasant events, family scandals, or financial irregularities. It can lead to the breakdown of good communication and foster a poisonous, dysfunctional family environment. Blackmail and betrayal have the potential to seriously disrupt these relationships on an emotional, psychological, and physical level. To negotiate the complicated dynamics and arrive at a solution that fosters healing and the re-establishment of trust, it is imperative to confront these difficulties and seek assistance from dependable friends, family, or experts such as therapists or counselors. Both betrayal and blackmail are extremely distressing situations that can have long-term psychological and emotional consequences for the victim. These activities have the potential to fracture trust, damage relationships, and cause long-term psychological distress. Let us explore each aspect separately. Betrayal. Betrayal is a breach of trust, usually committed by someone close to the victim, such as a friend, partner, or family member. It can take various forms, including infidelity, deception, or breaching trust. Betrayal can have the following consequences. 1. Emotional devastation. Betraying someone can cause deep feelings of shock, anguish, anger, and perplexity. The victim may feel bewilderment, betrayal, and doubt their judgment and capacity to trust others in the future. 2. Loss of self-worth. When people are betrayed, they may experience a loss of self-esteem and confidence. They may blame themselves for failing to recognize the warning signs or for trusting the wrong person, resulting in feelings of humiliation and self-doubt. 3. Relationship difficulties. Betrayal frequently destroys existing relationships or prevents the establishment of new ones. Victims may struggle to trust others, making it difficult to build personal relationships. They may become overly watchful and suspicious, making it difficult to form healthy and meaningful connections. 4. Psychological trauma. Betrayal can cause symptoms such as post-traumatic stress disorder. Victims may experience intrusive thoughts, nightmares, flashbacks, and hypervigilance, which can result in severe anxiety, sadness, and mental anguish. Blackmail. Blackmail is the use of sensitive or damaging information about the victim in exchange for cooperation with certain requests. The consequences of blackmail are frequently severe and can include 1. Fear and anxiety. The victim may experience tremendous dread and anxiety as a result of blackmail. They may be concerned about the consequences of non-compliance and the influence it may have on their personal or professional life. This persistent sense of fear can be extremely harmful to one's mental health. 2. Loss of control. Blackmail frequently leaves the victim feeling weak and vulnerable. They may feel compelled to comply with the blackmailer's demands, even if they are morally or legally wrong. This sense of helplessness and despair might result from the lack of control. 3. Social isolation. Victims of blackmail may withdraw from social engagements out of fear of the information becoming public. They may develop paranoia about others discovering their secrets, which can lead to feelings of humiliation, embarrassment, and solitude. 4. Emotional pain and trauma. Blackmail can induce severe emotional unrest in victims, causing them to experience heightened stress, despair, and anxiety. The persistent dread of being exposed, along with the pressure of obeying the blackmailer's demands, can result in mental health concerns and long-term psychological discomfort. Betrayal and blackmail can have serious consequences for the victim's emotional well-being, self-esteem, relationships, and general quality of life. Addressing the consequences of these experiences usually necessitates professional assistance, such as counseling or therapy, to assist individuals in processing their feelings, rebuilding trust, and regaining a sense of security. A combination of preventive steps and upholding sound boundaries are required to safeguard oneself against betrayal and blackmail. Here are some strategies for protecting oneself. 1. Make clever relationship choices. Any type of relationship must be built on trust. Make developing relationships with dependable people a top priority. These people should abide by your boundaries and have a history of honesty and integrity. 2. Maintain open and honest communication with others. Doing so may help avoid misunderstandings and future betrayal possibilities. Additionally, it fosters an environment where people feel comfortable discussing their concerns or challenges. 3. Protect your privacy. Exercise caution while sharing personal information, both offline and online. Review your privacy settings on social networking platforms on a regular basis and limit the information you share with others, especially those you do not completely trust. 4. Apply caution when handling sensitive information. Unless absolutely required, refrain from sharing sensitive or compromising information with others. This might help prevent circumstances where you might be the victim of informational blackmail. 5. Stay vigilant for warning indicators. Remain mindful of any warning signs that someone may betray or manipulate you. Consistent lying, a disdain for limits, or a pattern of dubious behavior are examples of warning signs. 6. Establish firm boundaries in your relationships and communicate them assertively. To ensure that others respect your boundaries, be sure to communicate your expectations as well as the consequences of going beyond them. 7. Trust your intuition. Intuition may be a very strong weapon. Take a step back and reevaluate the situation if something feels strange or if you suspect someone is betraying your trust. Putting your trust in your instincts can help you avoid future injury. If you find yourself in a position involving betrayal or blackmail, consider obtaining advice from a competent counselor, therapist, or even legal counsel. They can advise you on how to manage the situation successfully while still protecting your best interest. Remember that betrayal and blackmail are sad realities, but you can reduce your risk and protect yourself by being vigilant, setting boundaries, and maintaining good relationships. Let's keep the conversations going. See you next time, and bye for now.